shall be a mother of nations, like the stars in the heavens, like the sand of the sea. So shall your descendants be. She laughed in disbelief. Barren in her youth, but at 90 she conceived. Hath God spoken, and shall ye not receive? Leaning on her own intellect, she offered her servant as a surrogate. Be that as it may, she's a symbol of faith. Her husband is known at the gates, did him good and not evil all of her days. She had discretion like soul food, and a presence like solitude, silent, loving. A crown to her husband, a beautiful countenance with a spirit adorned in obedience, the essence of submission. Even as Sarah obeyed, you know what they say. As is the mother, so is her daughter. A godly woman is given to him that fears the Lord. 'Cause two can't walk together if not on one accord.
Remember your foremother Rachel, a pretty face, called to be so much more, to be chaste, vigilant, watch for the snake that slick deceiver, desiring to be that which was not in your design, though you were meant to be divine. Fleshly lusts and idle time concoct a recipe for disaster. Your character is much more important than what meets the eye. Don't you remember your foremother Rachel? What good is it to capture a man's attention to whom you have no desire to submit to, help meet his expectations? Instead, underneath all that makeup, you remain a demon sitting pretty on false gods and idolize your outer layer, but fail to realize it's all vanity. Do not trust in beauty that eventually fades. Instead, seek wisdom. She walks with you in crooked ways, reminding you that your sister is not competition, but a reflection. Do you measure up to the true essence of beauty, which comes from the Most High, of whose image man was made, from whose rib you were formed? Do you desire to be kind, obedient, trustworthy, to be a gift from the Lord presented to a good man? If you learned nothing else from your foremother Rachel, remember this: you are called to be so much more than just a pretty face, for favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. But a woman that fears the Lord, she shall be praised.
Leah was not well favored, or a beauty to behold, but favor is deceit and beauty is vain. Her beauty was the maintaining of a good name. Her beauty was bold, a beauty that shined bright, not the plaiting of hair or the putting on of apparel, but having a meek and quiet spirit, giving no opportunity for the enemy to speak reproachfully. When the books are opened, there is no ill word of her to read. In her trial, she called upon the Father and rested in his wisdom, knowing that he would bless her, and that he did. God blessed her to be the first wife of a prince with power. God blessed her with a fruitful womb to bring forth an inheritance, birthing 6 of the 12 tribes of Israel: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. Her sons will destroy this kingdom and rule in the next. Her beauty is our legacy. Her beauty is her Lord. Her beauty is our lineage, which will never be destroyed.
Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani. The last words she heard the Savior speak. She watched the Passion of the Christ in live action, not a reenactment on a movie screen, a gruesome scene. Witnessed as the life was spilled on Calvary Hill. Watched as he was wrapped in fine linen. Went to the tomb, but he had risen. Told her to spread the gospel to the apostles. Despite being impaled with 7-inch nails between the ulna and the radius, another tooth through his calcaneus, a spear to his side, but she never left it. A spear to his side, but she never left it. Riches don't compare to a good name, and hers was stained with negative notoriety. She was heavy laden when she came to him, infamous for her sins, broken, condemned. And when they asked the good master why he broke bread with people of sinful disposition, he replied, "They that are whole have no need of a physician." She made Christ her safe haven, found solace in his teaching, anointed his feet with the strands of her hair dipped in humility. Christ blessed Mary with a new legacy. Wherever this gospel shall be preached, this deed will be told in her memory.
The Messiah.